Crashing with Friends Podcast.
Hello, welcome to Crashing with Friends podcast. Today we are here with
Kyle Hobbs,
David Lindsay,
Connor Hobbs,
Caleb Weiser.
Yes, we have a really good podcast here for you today. Kyle, can you tell us how was your week?
It was pretty good, Jack. Watch some television. Play some video games like always. And my son's birthday was yesterday, which would have been April 20th.
Yeah,
Yes.
hit double digits, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
10 years old.
10 years
did you
old.
buy him his first beer?
No, didn't do any of that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But I did like get him some cool stuff.
where'd you guys go eat?
Nice. You give him the old passed down Playboy.
Yeah. Gosh. No, but we did go to Cheddar's and eat some food, which that was cool. But I got him a St. Louis Cardinals hat, and he was like the previous day asking me like, "Dude, Dad, do you think I could get a Cardinals hat?" I'm like, son, they don't make a Cardinals hat that small. And if they did, it'd be too expensive. And he's like, dang it, okay, whatever, that's fine. And the next day when I gave it to him, he's like, oh man, this is awesome. I thought you said these weren't real and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, and open your next gift. And he opens it, or before that, he's like, man, this, it'd be cool if I got a jersey to go with this. He's like, that'd be so sick. I'm like, oh yeah, open the next one, dude. And it's a jersey, a St. Louis Cardinals jersey, and he freaks out. And then he's like, man, it'd be really, it'd be cool if we could go do that. I wish we could go see a game. And I was like, oh yeah? Check this out, dude. And oh man, he was like, oh my god.
It'd be really cool, Dad. Spider powers. Well, jump off that building. You can fly.
Oh man. But yeah, he was pretty jacked. Yeah, we're going on May 12th. Orioles versus Cardinals.
Nice.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Was the jersey any specific player, or is it just a generic?
No, just the generic St. Louis Cardinals jersey. Yeah.
Nice. Still cool.
So we might throw a number on there or something. I don't know. He doesn't really have a favorite player yet, so once he decides, we might.
Dude, that's probably a story he's going to be telling his whole life. That birthday.
My dad, he
cool.
just kept blowing my mind.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Still waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
You want to be a baseball player? You're on the Cardinals, buddy.
Next year he's gonna make bigger wishes. He's gonna be like, oh man, I want to get that little miniature Hummer that my friends keep driving around. I don't know. I'm thinking back to when I was a little kid and I saw like all those kids with like those plastic like electronic like vehicles that you could drive around. I'd be like, dude, that looks so awesome. I would jump that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In reality, it only goes like half a mile per hour.
Right.
Right.
We had one that was pretty decent. It could carry me and Kyle for a time until we got too big, but
Yeah. You ever get wicked air off it too?
No. But this one time we tied our bikes together with jump rope, and that's not a good plan. Like, Kyle went too fast, and I just like, yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, that's my week.
Yeah, that's all I got, man.
It's pretty
I'm
good.
here now. That's it.
Yeah. David, how was your week, man?
It was good. Last night, after the raid,
Yeah.
Mandy and her friend told me that to try and do the Sprite no burp challenge, and I did it because I can't burp. So they wanted to see if it would work there too, and it worked. But I was pretty nauseous for the next hour. So yeah. But
yeah, why'd you do that before you're going to sleep? That's crazy.
I don't know, man. Like I was like I literally used to like bong 2 beers at a time in high school, and I didn't burp then either, and I felt perfectly fine. But yeah, otherwise just working on this next class. Exams coming up, so I've been cramming for that. And yeah, been playing a lot of Fire Emblem actually on the Game Boy Advance, the first one. So I'm like 2/3 of the way through that. Yeah, that game's hard because there's no way to grind. There's no way to buy anything out of a battle. So you have to buy all your weapons and items at the vendors and stores on the map. And like all the items that you find, if you miss them out of a chest or a village, then you don't get to like upgrade your troops and stuff. So yeah, I did a little bit of research before like some of the early maps so I can make sure I get all those upgrade items. But the game's really good too, man. I'd say it's as good as Sacred Stones.
Makes me not want to play it though. Telling me that you can't buy stuff or grind outside. That's why I was loving it so much.
Yeah, I would
I
skip.
could just grind and play random battles.
I'd say if you played Sacred Stones, you've played the first one pretty much, aside from the story, which is it's just a Fire Emblem story. So
Yeah. Huh.
yep, that's pretty much it.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we're gonna watch Batman tomorrow night since it's on HBO Max now.
Dude, you're gonna love it, man.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the Batman yet. I heard it's pretty good though. Like I saw the makeup of Colin Farrell like as the penguin or whatever. That's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
The entire I rewatched the movie yesterday, and as I was watching it, I was just like, dude, you cannot tell at all that is Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
You can't.
No.
His voice too
Yeah.
is completely different.
I'm really looking forward to that HBO show about the Penguin. So
Dang, I didn't know.
The Iceberg Lounge.
yeah, after watching that new Batman movie, I bet it's gonna be pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know he like got makeup up for it later on in the movie.
Yeah.
'Cause
Because the latex.
You see him in the trailer before the makeup, right? Isn't he the one that's like chasing Batman when Batman comes through like the big flame in the trailer?
Yeah, but he's got his prosthetic stuff on.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess I missed that. Huh.
The part where he's like, "I got you."
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited.
So cool.
We still have to watch Dune too, man.
Ah.
Yeah. Our schedule's getting full, man. And Mandy's in school right now, so like half the nights of the week she's working on school. So it's hard to fit anything in anymore. Yeah.
man.
That was my week.
Connor.
It's been a pretty good week for me. Got re-addicted to Destiny 2, which, I've been waiting a long time to get addicted to that again. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, playing with the guys. Watched a few shows. I watched this one show on Netflix called Age of Samurai Battle for Japan, I think is what it's called. Goes through like the 1500s.
Nice.
And like all the warring clans and how pretty much Japan ends up being like unified or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like 6 episodes. So I was just like really like not wanting to watch anything superhero related. So I'm like, well, I'll watch some Japanese stuff. And it was pretty cool because they have like dramatic reenactments and also like people talking, explaining what's going on through that period. And there's like a lot of like crazy betrayal and, you name it. It was probably going on in Japan back then. So it's pretty good. Just started Russian Doll season 2, which that seems
Oh,
promising. I don't know if you guys watched season 1, but
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a little weird, but it was pretty good.
yeah,
Wait, there's Russian Doll season 2?
it just came out. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I loved the first season. I loved the song too.
Yeah.
Is the song back?
I might have skipped it, or maybe it doesn't play it in the first episode, but I couldn't tell you.
Excellent.
What's
Oh, I'm gonna binge the crap out of that.
Yeah, I'm on the first episode, so
what is it?
it's called Russian Doll.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of like a Groundhog Day type of show.
Oh, okay.
It's got this redhead chick from what was it, American Pie or something?
Orange is the New Black, right?
Orange is the New Black. Yeah.
She was the oh god, what was her name? Nikki, right?
No idea.
She has like a pretty heavy. It sounds like a smoker voice.
Yeah,
you
she's
know?
got like super curly red hair, but Yeah, it's a really good show. She's like kind of like a drug addict type person, like, not necessarily a drug addict, but someone who takes drugs. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call her drug addict,
That's
but
fair. No judge.
but yeah, she's just like reliving the same day, but it's changing and things aren't right. And then she finds this other guy that's also in a loop, but then their loops are separate. They got to find a way to get their loops to line up and then get out of the loop at the same time.
Okay.
So that's kind of what's going on, but it's
Groundhog Day multiplayer.
right. Yeah, and it's different. So it's got like, you know, kind of more adult themes compared to like
Okay.
Groundhog Day.
Did you guys ever watch Palm Springs with
No.
God, what's his name?
Sam. Oh, God, Andy Samberg.
Yeah, Andy Samberg. That movie is insane. I love that movie.
Yeah, it had the guy that plays James Jameson from Spider-Man in it, and
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah, Palm Springs. Who else is in that? It's Andy Samberg.
I can't remember the girl for some
Yeah.
reason. Let me look it up real quick.
I can't remember the girl either.
That's one of those Groundhog Day movies though, and it's probably the best one I've seen. Kristen Milioti. I don't know what else she's in. How I Met Your Mother, I guess. Wolf of Wall Street. I don't remember her in that, but apparently, she was
Wife?
she was Leonardo DiCaprio's wife before he met
Okay, the first
the
wife.
hot chick. Yeah. I mean, she was hot too, but you know, Margot Robbie, you know,
It's
all
like,
bronzed up.
like
I think there's some CGI in that scene. Just saying.
if I had a wife and she like told me like I cheated on you, I'd be like, with who? And she was like Brad Pitt. I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you keep
Go ahead.
living with me.
Go ahead and tell me about it.
Yeah.
Tell me about his ass. Let's hear about it. No, Troy showed us the ass. We already know about the ass. But yeah, that was kind of like what I've been up to. But the crazy thing that happened to me this week was Friday at work. It was like 3:00 ish. I'm running some tests on the electrical, and I'm just kind of like, you know, relaxed. I got my hand on my head on my desk. And like I've had this neck problem for like, I don't know, a decade now. I think it might have happened somewhere in a car crash or something. Because I was in like a bunch of car crashes. Only one was my fault, but not necessarily my fault. But I was driving and I got hit. But either way, a lot of other people crashed cars that I was in.
Yeah.
So somewhere along the line, I got like something messed up with my neck. Like the best way I can describe it is like it felt like the top vertebrae like was like twisted to the side or something, because like I could look, you know, forward normally, but like if I went like about to here, I would feel a pinching on the left side of my neck, and then if I went like to this side, it felt like something was bulging out the left side of my neck, if that makes any sense.
Sounds terrible.
So I've been dealing with this for a while, and like it would give me headaches and stuff, so you know, big problem. But I'm just chilling at work, and I've touched this spot on my neck so many times trying to get it to go back into place, and it's never worked. But apparently I was like relaxed enough, and my hand was supporting my head, and like I just touch it and just push into it, and like I feel like a twist, and it dropped back down into my neck or something. It was like there was no pop, there was no noise. It was like a gliding feeling. It was like it was smooth. It just went in. It's just
Like you just had the magic touch of.
What
yeah.
is going on?
Yeah, and then it's been like a week now, and I don't have that gravelly sound in my neck anymore and stuff. Like it's
Nice.
it's pretty nice. I've got a normal neck now.
Dude,
Like you had one of those like cortical stacks from that show from Netflix.
Well, I think there's also like a goo or something in between all of your vertebrae, or something like that. It could have been that,
yeah,
or
the
it could have
discs,
Yeah.
right?
it could have been something like that. Yeah, but
Weird,
I don't know.
man.
Bone on bone grinding.
Well, I remember you
Yes.
telling me, Connor, after you got in that car wreck, over there on it was like 7th and
Like a wall or
Wall or something like that. But there's like a church that blocks your angle. or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, where the AT&T thing ran into you? Or?
Yeah, the AT&T truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember
Yeah.
you saying that messed your neck up, and then at one point, you felt your whole like head shift forward, And
Okay.
then that felt really good, and you were like, back
He's
to
like-
normal.
No, like I thought that had helped it out because it was weird, and I thought that something went back because like my neck has never popped like that before, and it still hasn't ever done that. It was like a weird like cause I was watching football, looking up at this fucking screen, and it's like a pop. I was like, what the fuck? But that did not fix it. No. I wish that it would have fixed it, but no. But yeah, it was just the weirdest feeling, man. Just like, cause like initially after it happened, I'm like, that was weird, and I'm glad I'm not paralyzed, you know, cause I was really afraid for a second. I'm like, I can still move my hands and stuff, but
Do you guys have that like little nub under your chin? Like the soft spot under your chin?
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah.
Have you ever like yawned and it felt like that
cramps
thing
up.
like comes out or some
Oh.
shit and it feels like it's cramping.
Yeah.
You're like,
I gotta go like this and like beat it out, you know?
yeah.
I have felt that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta beat it out too?
You gotta beat it out.
Nah.
Gotta beat it like a rug.
Nah. I can't do the. Oh.
you just did, Jack.
I've tried to
did?
recreate that.
Jackson.
I've tried to recreate that so many times.
Water.
Anyway,
But I'm glad you're back to normal, Connor.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Glad you're not paralyzed.
But yeah, the thing I wanted to say about that was like, if you got a neck problem or back problem, or you have a cyst, just hit me up. Like I got them hands. You know what I'm saying?
You got
We're
those
going to a
magic
doctor,
hands.
you know?
I am the doctor, Dr. Khan.
Dr. Connors, but he has both arms.
You really want to go to a doctor that's going to cheat you out of your hard-earned cash? No. Go to Connor. Your time is fair.
He's got a knife.
Sometimes you'll just be like, man, I'm interested to see what happens too.
It's a learning experience for both of you.
God.
I didn't charge Jackson. I didn't charge Chris. You know, and I can't bill myself. So
As a matter of fact, you gave me a beer just to get experience.
But he will charge you for medical advice over the phone.
yeah, pretty good week.
Yeah. Caleb, how was your week, man?
Pretty good. Lane, he's doing baseball now, so it's been fun going out on Wednesdays, and he's also like the littlest kid there too, just because he's a lot younger than everybody in his grade, just because of how his birthday plays out.
Yeah.
But I don't think he meets the age requirement for the baseball team. Anyways, it's still a blast. I mean, he hits the ball pretty much every time. You know, we just got to work on making sure he keeps his eye on the ball. But other than that, it's been a blast. You know, watching him go out there and start learning. You know, to play as a team. So it's been pretty fun. Work's been going good too. Yeah.
You all right, David?
Yeah, sorry. I like hiccuped in a little.
But
So you can hiccup, but you can't burp.
All right, I think I'm good. Continue.
Got to practice burping. I think that's what it is.
I didn't think
I
this
have.
would happen. Not on the day you wore your lucky socks.
Walmart socks, dude. What, Kyle? Are you judging me for the hole in my sock?
I've been looking at your like feet this entire time, and I was like, "Those got to be his lucky socks."
Anakin's friends
Oh, it's got two holes.
for a long time. Anakin's friends, when they'd come over, they'd be like, "Oh, dude, you're right. Your dad does wear socks with holes in them, like, all the time."
Both of them have holes, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, those are good socks. The ones with holes. I got plenty of those.
Yeah.
And yeah, they are the Walmart socks that usually have the holes in them.
It looked like you walked here and someone stole your shoes along.
They're up on some power line somewhere.
Let's go find those kids.
One of them's probably slam dunking somewhere in Michael Jordan shoes.
Oh yeah,
Remember when those guys threw my Vans up on the high school roof, Connor?
yeah.
What?
Screw those guys, man.
Those
Did
punks.
you get them back?
We got one back. We had a crush on these two girls. We were in middle school, 7th grade, I think, early 7th grade. And there was like a basketball game at the high school. So me and him were down there because we knew those girls were going to be there. And we were like chatting with them. And then they went off and were like talking to these high school guys that they had been like crushing on for a little bit. And so me and him were like around the side of the building, like yelling things at them about being too old for middle school girls. And eventually they got so mad they started chasing us. And when we were running my brand new Vans that I loved so much, like flew off my. And at the time, remember we were like just started skating. And anytime you get a new pair of skate shoes, you're like, these are the best shoes ever. I love these shoes, right? And they're expensive, so it's rare you get a new pair. And they flew off because I was running so fast, and I tied them loose. And I guess the dudes had thrown them onto the high school roof. So like later on, we got up there and looked for them. We only found one.
Dang.
Yeah.
Let's go find these guys.
Pretty
Let's
shitty.
throw their shoes on school roofs.
Yeah. Bastards.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I totally interrupted your
That's okay.
my coughing and my sock
Rude
holes.
ass.
The only other thing is I too have been playing Destiny 2. It's been a blast. Ready to raid though. Ready to raid. So ready. I'm so ready.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's happening.
Are we shooting for like a month to do Vow, or are we just gonna whenever everyone's ready?
So whenever everyone's ready, yeah.
You should do Vow with us, bro.
Yes. Yes. Just let me know when.
But a month from now?
A month from now?
I mean, that's probably a little far, but
Yeah, I would say maybe like
well,
a week or
I don't know,
week and
dude.
a
Like,
half from now?
isn't it 1550 is the light level?
I think it's 1520
Or
to
1520?
Okay.
Yeah, and like I don't know, dude, because
I'm
once
sure
you
at the end it'll be like 1550.
Yeah.
once you get to the soft cap, your pinnacles and stuff are like weekly resets.
Yeah.
so
It's a grind. Like, it's taken a lot to get to 1565 without doing any raids or anything, and just like waiting on that Wednesday to pop up or whatever, Tuesday night or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, it's frustrating, but whatever.
yeah. I think
It's
I
a good game, man.
It is. It is. It's such a good game. Such a good game.
I don't.
Wait. Oh, that's all I had. That's all I had for this week.
I was just gonna say I don't know how I feel about the overall expansion so far, because it's like this way every time a new Destiny 2 expansion comes out. It's like you're doing the story, but then there's also some side missions, and you're not sure if they're part of the story. But then there's also this new mat system, and there's a new artifact, and you're like, I don't know what I'm looking at. It's just a whole bunch of information, and like the whole crafting system is kind of vague and weird.
Yeah.
Like randomly a weapon will be like, hey, I'm done. And I'm like, you're done what? And they're like, do you want this or this? And I'm like, I don't know what they're for, but all right, I'll take one, I guess. So I always hate that part because I feel like it detracts from the story, but it is pretty cool. And the throne world is sick. So
Yeah. I like the skeleton ghosts. Those are pretty cool. The bad ghosts.
The evil ones.
Yeah,
The
man.
evil ghost. Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty fun.
I think Finch is.
Crush them in your hand. So
Yeah.
it's like, I just killed this guy. Whoops.
What about you, Jack? How's that week?
I can't complain too much, you know. I got to watch some
I need
horror-
you to complain a little bit.
All right, well, friggin', first of all the fucking squirrels that have been coming out this spring. Got no issue with squirrels. Nah, man, just, nothing really happened too much this week. I've been watching some basketball. Excited that the Blues made the playoffs.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm just kind of waiting for the end of the regular season, get some NHL playoffs started, and also I would like to watch the F1 race this weekend.
Is it another
Yeah.
midnight race?
I think it's 8 a.m. Sunday.
Yeah,
okay.
we're going back to regular scheduled time for the U.S. at least.
The F1 is the one that does like the Nürburgring and stuff across like in Europe, right? Like they do like European tracks and American tracks and like tracks in
they do
different
them all over
countries.
the world.
Yeah, it's international.
Okay, but like for one season they do all over the world. Okay,
Yeah.
that would suck trying to catch all those at different hours and stuff.
Yeah.
Has anybody kept up with that Johnny Depp trial? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I've been reading that every day.
Okay.
I just watched a YouTube video like an hour ago. It was
Yeah.
him explaining the time he met Amber Heard, and he talks
Yeah.
about all the shit leading up to it.
Dude, he tells like a 15-minute story where he could have said like a minute and a half of stuff.
Like, I met her doing this thing. No, he goes in depth.
Yeah, he's like, it was 20 years ago, and I found a book from a friend that had left, and then we were like, we got to make this movie, and it was 20 years in the making. And you're like,
Johnny in depth.
Mandy's been following it like nonstop on TikTok, and I think she had the stream up on the trial all day today.
Yeah.
Aside from the breaks, obviously, but she kept calling me and talking to me about it, and I'm like, man, like I don't know, dude. I'm with Johnny on this one, man. Like, I think any sensible person has to be.
Yeah.
Or maybe doesn't have to be, but like, I used to like Amber Heard a lot, and when all this stuff came out, I was like, I don't care, man. She's still hot. She's in Aquaman. I don't care. And now I'm like, dude, I don't know if I like this girl, man.
Yeah, that's how I feel now.
Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing. But like he said, she was super hot. And
Did we say she was hot?
I'm just saying, she is super hot, man. And as men, like that automatically just makes you think, like, well, maybe she just has a kooky personality or something.
Like
Yeah.
Let's hear her out.
he got his like part of his finger cut off.
Yeah.
And, like I've been seeing that she's been the day after, like what he wore, she's been wearing the next day. Have you guys been
Jesus
seeing
Christ.
that? Like she'll be wearing like almost the same suit he was wearing the day before.
Really?
So she's going out that night, having somebody get all those clothes that kind of look like his, but a better girl version, and wearing
Oh
them the
my
next day.
God.
You'd think that'd be a red flag.
She, I think she was working up to this whole trial thing for years because there's moments where she like records an interaction between the two of them on her phone where it's like a situation where you're like, why would you record that? Why would you have your phone out for something like that? Like there was like this time where he was talking about committing suicide and she started recording on her phone and then walked in the room while he had like a knife to his wrists and was like, don't get out of here. You don't need to see this. And she's like, you're not going to do that. The knife's dull. It's going to hurt if you try to do it with that knife. And all this, like,
Jesus.
and I'm like, first of all, why, if you know that like your spouse is in the other room trying to harm themselves or commit suicide, are you recording when you go in there? Second of all, like, why aren't you calling the cops or like trying to stop them?
Or
You know?
is it all just one big act at that point in their relationship that they were just...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just a lot of weird stuff, man. Like I feel like she was messing with him the whole time, and
She's after that pirate gold. That's what
Yeah.
she's really after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that booty.
Well, it's
Yeah,
all
the
spent.
booty.
It's all spent.
Yeah. Apparently
As
he's
soon
got
as Johnny Depp makes a movie, he's like, all right, take 1/5 of whatever I made from that movie, spend it on wine.
red wine.
Do I have a house in Spain yet? Okay, let's buy a house in Spain. I need it. Give it to me. That dude just spent so much money, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got a lot of equity, though.
Tell you what, his cologne,
Oh,
Primo.
Yeah. Dior,
His
or
clone's
whatever.
Primo?
Is it Dior?
Dior Sauvage.
Nice. That was beautiful.
Do you still wear that cologne?
Hell yeah,
Nice.
smelling good.
Nice.
I smell you. No, I don't.
All right, so Caleb, last time you were here, man, you were talking about some other story. Like you gave us the option of 2 different stories.
Yes.
What's going on with that other story, dude? I want to hear what that other story's about.
Yes, this other story is more of a thriller story. Funny enough, I used to swim a lot in Florida. This is another Florida. This is the Florida man, Caleb.
Oh, man.
talking.
Ooh, bad dude.
Yeah, real bad dude.
Florida was a
Wanna-
happening place, wasn't it?
Yeah, wouldn't want to meet me in a dark alley in Florida.
Cutting the tails off iguanas and shit.
Yeah, just like hibiscus trees everywhere.
Animal tusks through his nose. He was a savage man.
I gave chicken bones to seagulls and watched them eat them whole. Terrifying. Those birds are terrifying. They'll really chase you down. Okay, so setting the mood. So I used to be with this girl named Jessica. And she's a part of this. And then the place was this canal that I used to swim. It was about a half a mile out and a half mile back, obviously. And I do that like once a week, just really tire myself out. And this was like beginning of summer type deal. So the water was nice and warm. And this particular time, it was kind of low water. So So just all the animals, the sea and the aquatic life, just love to be in that canal. We'd swim out to, I think it was a cell phone tower out in the middle of it, just like on a big concrete platform. And we liked this spot because one night it was like magical. Like one night we went there, it was like 2 a.m, and we're just having fun, being young, and
Naked?
there was we witnessed it was like manatees mating season. They were just making love, and it was nighttime, so every time they were doing their manatee moves, bow chicka bow wow, like the bioluminescent life forms would just shoot across. Like it was magic. It was like sperm, just shoot, like lightning across the. It was crazy.
Weird.
I thought it was high, but I wasn't. But it was magical. I was homeless at the time, I think. But that part of my life, that was like, man, this makes it all worthwhile. So that's the reason we chose to swim in that place. But this one particular day, we started swimming. We got about halfway out there, and something was in the water with us. It was obvious. At first, we're swimming, that's kelp or seaweed or whatever. But no, it was something moving there, and it was big too. I don't know. Have you ever taken your hand and went like this to in a pool and it would bubble over?
Yeah.
The size of my body, the length of my body, and twice as wide as me, did that. So we got scared. Like that was the most fear I've ever felt my entire life. It was frightening. So I did the right thing. I elbowed whatever it was and started swimming, mad dashing. And all I hear is this crackling, laughing, and I turn around and Jessica's just sitting there laughing while this is all happening, just frozen, like a fight or flight situation. There's a third option: just freeze up and die. And that's what she was doing.
Freeze up laughing apparently.
Yeah, it was that was more terrifying than what it was ever swimming with us. And then so
Insanity.
It was crazy. It was is this really happening? Just 2 days ago we were here and it was beautiful. So I had to grab her and swim all the way to shore, and
God.
just swim and swim. It was so much work to swim with her there. And then
She's laughing at
She
you.
laughing the whole time.
she's laughing, just laughing, maddening, laughing. I'm why are you laughing? And then we got to shore, and she just takes off, she can move now. I'm like, sharks can't walk on land, and I just laid there in the sand for about 30 minutes catching my breath. But yeah, I tell people it was a shark, but I'm afraid that I elbowed a dolphin or something. But
Did it feel smooth? Whatever it was? Because the entire time I was thinking gator. That's
Gator?
what I was thinking.
Well, no, gator would have just got a hold of you and did your spin, and you lose a limb or something. I really can't remember what it felt like. I just know it bumped into me 3 or 4 times, and it bumped into her 5 times. As all this was going on.
Was it nighttime, you said?
It was daytime, and it was real warm water, so it was either a manatee, a dolphin, or a shark.
Or a scaly manfish.
But this is the Gulf of Mexico canal, so it's just dirty water. Water that you don't really want to swim in, but everybody does it anyways, just because we're all white trash from Florida. And this wasn't a place Daytona Beach or anything like this. This was clear water, in, Tampa, and the Hillsborough River ran into it or whatever. Just real nasty water. Crick water, but if the crick was on the Simpsons and the nuclear power plant dumped all their stuff in, it had,
It's just
fish with 6 eyes.
After a rain, it usually gets crazy out here too. It gets all muddy and stuff. So.
Yeah, it's that constantly, and
Yeah.
you can't open your eyes because it hurts from the
Yeah.
salt. And there's
I don't know
animals
about
can
that
eat
salt
you.
though.
But yeah, that was my thriller story.
That's wild.
No,
man.
wasn't this Jessica chick? Wasn't she related to Pocahontas?
She was Portuguese.
Why did she always tell me that story then? That she was related to Pocahontas. You remember that?
All right. So she. All right. Couple other things about her. By any means, I'm not talking shit on her. But she wouldn't read the Harry Potter books because she believed that those are real spells, and like as soon as you read it, like you sell your soul to the devil, and you're a witch.
Did you try to use the killing curse on her?
She would have just started laughing hysterically.
So
It disappears. Just poof. Grabs a boot of her from the ground and just disappears.
Man.
yeah.
The whole time where you were saying that like she was laughing maniacally, I was like, dude, this sounds like a scene in the horror movie where she is possessed by the devil and she is controlling a gator to come get you.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been. No.
Voodoo woman
No,
named
it's-
Phyllis.
Big city lit.
But yeah, it was the first time I ever felt real fear. It's crazy.
Wow, man.
Yep.
Changes you.
It does.
It's weird because I'm sure you were in a lot of situations probably at this point where you should have felt real fear.
It's true.
But the only thing to make you feel real fear was like probably just like a manatee. You just couldn't see it, you know?
It was a 20-foot great white shark. Yeah. It was a megalodon. Jason Statham had to come down there and save me personally.
Dude,
Or it was Flipper. Whatever.
have you guys ever been to the Bass Pro Aquarium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to the aquarium. I've been to like that big shop many times.
Yeah. So in the aquarium, they've got this really dark, kind of ominous room that's supposed to be like water bodies of the Ozarks type deal, and they have one that's like, this is the life that you see in Lake Taneycomo or Table Rock, and they have like a 12-foot long lake sturgeon in this thing that's like, I don't know, twice the thickness of a full grown man. It is like monstrous huge, and I literally just stared at that and I was like, I swim in a lake with these things in it? Like, holy crap. But like, I don't know, I guess they're not aggressive obviously or anything, but like something about like dark waters that you can't see and something rubs your leg and you're like, I'm getting out. Like,
Freaks you out a little bit. Freaks you out a little bit. But I mean, if anything's hungry enough, you know, like...
might take off a little piggy or two, you know?
Exactly.
Do you think giant crabs exist?
I think there's a lot of stuff in that ocean that probably exists, you know? I mean...
There's so much of that
So
ocean
much.
that's unexplored, bro.
Yeah, exactly. They
think
say
so much.
They say lobsters, they can just keep living forever. They just get so big that they can't molt their own skin, and then they die from that. So I mean, if I think I was reading something where people said, well, let's create a cult and we'll just take one lobster and just keep helping it molt every year until there's a giant lobster out there.
Did you say a cult?
Yeah, whatever.
That would be
cult.
sick.
The cult,
of the lobster. Yeah.
Red Lobster would make a comeback.
Oh yeah,
Oh
big
my
time.
God.
Oh man.
I would only be a follower if it was coconut crab or...
Yeah.
Giant lobsters would be a hit. Now I'm hungry for some seafood now. Damn it.
But that was my thriller story.
Pretty good.
Thanks.
All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to this next segment. I went online, found 2 different lists. One of them with the top 10 worst sequels, and another one with the top 10 best sequels. This is kind of like more like our reaction to it, because whenever I was looking at some of the worst sequels, I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? So,
Yo.
Dude, if
So-
Paddington 2 is on the best sequels list, I'm gonna be a little mad.
well, I think we'll just start at like number 10 on both and just kind of go all the way down to number 1, because they did kind of rank these. But
Oh wait, are we gonna be able to guess what was the best and what was the worst really quick?
yeah, if you guys want to like take some shots out there and like see what was on there, but yeah, what do you guys think would be on
I'm
like?
gonna say the worst sequel would be the Zoolander 2.
It is not on.
It's not on the list.
It is not on this list.
What about Joe Dirt too?
Also not on this list. I think whenever they were making this list, I think what they were doing is they were taking movies that were like insanely good, like coming out, and then when they came out with the second one, it was just a huge flop.
I think the
Zoolander 2.
best.
Yeah.
I think the best sequel is probably Empire. I mean, I feel like that's a given.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go ahead and let you know that is number 1
Nice.
on the best of all time sequels.
What up?
What?
What up?
Nice.
So you're definitely not wrong there.
Is Hangover 2 and 3 on that list?
No.
Is Snakes on a Train on that list?
To tell you the truth, like as far as like comedies, I'll also let you guys know. As far as comedies go, there might be one on here that you might consider a comedy.
But no
But-
Snakes on a Train.
No.
My guess, Kill Bill Volume 2.
No.
Did they make the list?
It did not make the list.
That's insane.
Bastards.
What about Back to the Future Part 2?
Back to the Future Part 2 is number 6 on best all time.
Should be higher, but
Should be
I
higher.
think it should
you
be
know?
at least 1 or 2.
Spider-Man
Well-
3.
I mean,
Okay, Godfather 2.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Godfather 2 is number 4 on best all time list.
Avengers Endgame.
It is not on this list. No.
What list
But-
is this? What about
Batman, George Clooney.
Oh man, this is where I was saying, dude, this is some bullshit because it is actually number 1 on the worst all-time sequels list.
where did you get this list?
Who told you
They're,
these
they're
lies?
pulled from different sites, and I wish I would have wrote it down. But yeah, these are just ones that I found online.
Dang.
But yeah, let's just go ahead and go through the list. Number 10 for best all-time sequels is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yeah, baby.
Definitely deserve to be on the list.
Yeah.
Number 9, Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi one. Hey, when that movie came out for its time, it was
Yeah, I know.
a great sequel. And, it still holds up in a lot
holds
of
up.
ways. But
Yeah.
I like it.
Number 8, Mad Max 2, Road Warrior. Number 7. Huh?
I'm just playing.
Number 7, which definitely deserves to be on here, is Aliens.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Like, first one's already, like, pretty good, but you just take it to a whole nother
Hell
level
yeah,
on the second
man.
one.
Oh,
man.
yeah. So
Wasn't
good.
the queen alien at the end of that movie made out of like trash bags and broom handles or something?
Yeah,
That they like
wouldn't be
torched
surprised.
them and
There's a
made 'em-
whole movies that made us on.
Yeah, I think that's where I saw that.
Yeah.
I need to watch that episode. I've been going through I think I watched 3 or 4 episodes and then I just kind of stopped. I need to go back and start watching that again because I really like
Aliens is so good, man.
it. It's my favorite of the whole Alien saga.
That's where they go to
Yeah.
the colonies, right? And okay. And you get the android bishop, and okay. Then the next one's the one in the prison. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like the third one.
Yeah.
The fourth one's okay. but the third
Resurrection.
one-
Yeah.
I mean, it's already bad enough that they start the third one off by spitting in your face and having the little girl die. And it's like, okay, so saving her life was completely meaningless.
Oh my god,
and
yeah.
Aliens. Yeah, it's just better off to not ever watch that one and just go directly to Alien Resurrection. But yeah, number 6, you mentioned it already, Back to the Future Part 2. Number 5, Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Dude, I've got a take, actually. I don't know if you guys would agree with this. I think that Wrath of Khan and Into Darkness are as equally as good as each other, man.
Into Darkness is really good.
Into Darkness, the one with,
Yeah.
the one with Khan in it.
I'd have to agree. A lot of people don't like Into Darkness, though.
Oh my
I loved it.
god.
Yeah.
A lot
Loved
of
it.
Trekkies don't like it.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Well, I mean, like if you
I love it.
because I've been watching the original series again, and it's actually a lot more about like the philosophical implications of finding new life, or or like the religious consequences of certain things, and like it's very slow and methodical and thought out, and like obviously the new Star Trek movies are just explosions and
Right.
and wars and
And Beastie Boys.
so it's not very Star Trek-y, at least,
Still love them.
but so good, man.
Yeah, it's just a good modern take on what they were trying to do back in the old day, you know?
Yep.
Number 4, Godfather Part 2. Already mentioned that. Number 3, The Dark Knight. That's a number 3 on the list. I
Wow.
was surprised to see it so that high, especially above like Back to the Future Part 2. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
that's just me though. You already guessed number 1 with Empire Strikes Back. Can you guess number 2? think of like some of like the all-time greatest sequels like ever, where you're like, man, the sequel blew the first one out of the water.
Terminator 2.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Too?
Have you seen this boy?
That was a good guess.
That is a good guess.
That dude was skating in Joplin not too long ago. Cody McIntyre.
Yeah.
Ah, man. For those who don't know, Cody McIntyre looks a lot like the cop from that movie, T2.
Dude, man, the physical or the special effects in that movie are so cool, dude.
Yeah.
Especially when he's all blown and he's like partly blown up into like two halves, but he's
Yep.
still walking. Like, it's so sick,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
James Cameron knows how to make good,
Yep.
like, blockbuster epics, you know?
Well, this
I don't know if that would, like, necessarily put him, like, up there with, like, one of the greatest directors of all time.
Oh, he is.
Put all those films in the Criterion.
Put him up there, Jack.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and put him up there.
Mark him up on the chalkboard. All right.
But Avatar 2, I think, comes out this year, doesn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, who
okay.
knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? I've been hearing about those movies for the past 7 years.
But I bet that movie's gonna light the world on fire, bro.
It's gonna be tight, dog.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm gonna spend like probably $50 just on tickets again when it comes out. So
No, I'm gonna probably watch it like I did the last one. I'm probably gonna watch it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Nice.
If the 3D is that good, like I've been dying to see 3D that good for so long.
Yep.
Just like thank God my eyes are still
dude,
good.
I remember it was like
Sorry, Caleb.
My contacts are an inch thick.
oh my god. But I remember watching every movie that was like real D 3D after that and just being like, come on, guys.
It started with that Alice in Wonderland movie.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is the kind of 3D I'm gonna get from now on. It's like
Yeah.
partial 3D. And speaking of that kind of 3D, the last movie I really saw with that kind of 3D was Star Trek Into Darkness. Remember me and you went and saw that?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was in 3D. The only good 3D part was like at the very beginning when they were throwing the spears.
Yep, when they were going through the forest.
Yeah, that red forest.
I saw
Yeah, that was pretty much the only like part where that really stood out because all the other moments, even like the part where they were getting chased in hyperspace, that part was pretty sick.
Oh yeah, that was pretty.
I saw The Force Awakens in 3D and IMAX when it came out.
Nice.
That was pretty sweet.
Wait, did we see that too in IMAX?
No, I think by that time we were fed up.
Oh, okay.
Force Awakens was the first one.
No, we were fed up with 3D at that point.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think that the reason we did it is because my dad and brothers were visiting out at Fort Bragg, and that weekend all of the tickets were sold out except the 3D ones.
Damn.
And we were like, well, we all wanted to watch it together, so we just went. And it wasn't too bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't Ed have glasses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only thing that I've ever seen in IMAX is it was on a school field trip, and it was about dolphins. And like the only scene I remember from it was a dolphin's penis, and then the next scene was the dolphin being born. It was pretty disgusting. I think I was like 11. Yeah, that was the whole story.
Like that long
Dude.
swirly thing?
Yeah, it was just like
Whoa! What is this?
That does remind me of like this one time I was in middle school and like I was in the after school program. It was pretty much like what your parents put you in if they didn't want to put you on a school bus and like shit like that. So they just come pick you up at 5:30 after work.
Oh, I hated that so much, man.
And we were like all like hanging out in the library and they wheeled in a TV and they're like, oh, let's watch some like nature stuff. And they put in this one that was all about the ocean. And when they plugged it in, it was a VHS tape. So it just picked up where it where it last left off. And it started off with just two manta rays getting it on, dude, like hard. And it was like a montage of just like manta rays swimming up and latching on. And then there's like swimming again, and everyone was like, what are they doing?
Looking like two jets refueling.
That's what it looks like. And then it didn't only stop there. It then went to sea turtles, and let me tell you, that one was graphic. That one was
Sea
graphic.
turtles.
And then at that point, like the teacher was like, "Let's try to find something in the Sahara." The ocean's wild. So
it is. It's beautiful.
Dude, we went on a field trip for IMAX too one time, and we saw some like stupid Ozark documentary. And obviously the screen was huge, so I was like, this is crazy. But like 10 minutes into it, I was like, this is super boring.
Yeah.
And then right after, there was like a double feature. We watched Vertical Limit. Have you guys ever watched that?
Vertical
Yeah,
Limit?
I've. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I
Yeah.
know the movie. You're
But what's it
talking
about?
It's
Isn't
that
Bill
movie.
Paxton in it?
Yeah, Bill Paxton's.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And then
got
Bruce. Bro, wasn't Bruce Willis in the beginning? He was the dad, right? Or do I always just think that it was
Maybe.
Bruce
I don't
Willis?
think it Bruce
maybe,
Willis.
but the guy that played Robin in the
Batman and Robin.
yeah, what was his name? Chris.
Yeah, he was the brother.
O'Donnell?
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell. Yeah, he was in it. Yeah, that's right.
Like at the very beginning, they're climbing some mountain in like Nevada, and the
Oh, I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
chinks break.
Yeah.
The little things break, and they got to cut the dad loose, or they're all
Yeah.
gonna die.
Is that a disaster movie?
No, it's just like a
Mountain climbing.
terrifying mountain
Yeah.
climbing
Nah,
thriller.
okay.
Like the sister gets stuck in a crevice somewhere.
Yeah, and Bill Paxton's just a complete piece of shit.
Yeah, and then they end up falling in love, don't they?
Bill Paxton dies.
Oh no, he's a
does.
douchebag the whole movie.
Yeah. And at one point I remember a scene where like they take a bag of blood and they pop it, and like that's how they know.
Okay.
like, oh,
I've
that's
seen-
where they are.
I've seen
Yeah.
this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
On like FX or something.
It was like
The more that we're talking about it, the more it's coming back to my mind now.
there was another movie at the time. I think it was just called Everest or something, and it was like the better version. But like every time there's a movie that comes out, there's got to be a shittier like B-rated version of it.
Yeah.
So we got to see the shitty B-rated version. Like,
yeah.
Hey, Chris O'Donnell is America's sweetheart. Okay.
Yeah. The same thing happened when Mission to Mars and Red Planet came out,
Yep.
and I saw
Oh,
Red
yeah.
Planet.
Yep, me too.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the top 10 worst here. So you mentioned, honestly, a lot of these movies that we were talking about earlier that had best sequels, some of them actually have some of the worst sequels of all time. Can you guess which one? You guys were able to guess one of them that wasn't the best.
So The Last Jedi is probably on there. No?
Terminator 3?
No,
No.
nah. Okay, I'll go.
What?
ahead.
No?
I'll go
Alien
ahead and
3?
start it off.
No,
Alien
no,
3?
you said we could guess.
Guess then. Guess.
Okay.
You think you can guess this?
Alien.
Matrix Revelations. Or whatever the-
Nah.
Revelator.
It definitely could have made it on this list though.
Yeah.
Nah, number 10 is Godfather Part 3.
Oh, part 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never watched The Godfather. I need to though.
Yeah, me either.
I'll probably just skip watching 3 though. Number 9, Blair Witch Project 2.
Oh,
Yeah, what a big pile of shit. First one's not that great, but
For those of us that haven't seen it, tell us about it, Jack.
do you really want to know?
No.
no. Hey, man. I'm just saying. As a kid, the first one scared the crap out of me, man. Like,
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Mainly because it was advertised as real.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how they always go,
I
man.
mean, that camera's shaking.
I mean, Bo was in high school when the fourth kind scared him, so.
Freaked his shit.
I remember Scooby Doo did a parody of Blair Witch Project because they were like doing a Scooby Doo marathon, and it was just a bunch of cutscenes to Shaggy and like the whole gang there. Man, I think it was when Zombie Island came out. I want to say, but yeah, that's about all I remember from Blair Witch Project besides the stick figures hanging in the trees.
Yeah.
Number 8, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh, man.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Mark Wahlberg?
No, that's
No.
the last night. And
Okay.
I don't remember any of those movies besides the first one.
Revenge of the
First
Fallen
two.
was the last one with what's his name, right? Or was that the
No, that's Dark.
Dark of the Moon wasn't bad.
Yeah, Dark of the
Revenge
Moon.
of the Fallen is the second one in the franchise?
No.
Yeah.
Dark of the Moon is the last one with Shia LaBeouf.
Which one was the one where he was about to bang the robot?
Yeah,
I
this is
think
that
that's
one.
the third.
Okay.
No, this is
Is
that
that
one.
Kitten Calendar?
Huh?
Kitten Calendar?
Yes, actually, that's why I like that movie.
Like,
get
how
something
could
in your
that
head
be
and it's
bad? How can Kitten Calendar be bad?
Yeah, you ever get something in your head and it's like kitten counter, kitten counter, kitten counter, kitten counter?
Number 7, Blues Brothers 2000.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I've actually never seen Blues Brothers 2000, but the first one is classic.
Never seen it.
Can't touch it.
2000. That's got John Goodman in it, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
They replaced John Belushi with John Goodman.
yeah. When they brought in a kid. Yeah.
Number 6, Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Oh yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe and his love relationship with leeches. Let me tell you.
Dude, Cruise Control, man. That literally sounds like one of those movies where like you're watching a movie where there's a bunch of people making a shitty 90s action movie and the name is just so corny and horrible,
Yeah.
you know?
It's
Right.
like what like Sci-Fi Channel would do with all of its like shitty horror movies back in the day.
Yeah.
But like, what's it? The mountain comes alive and eats people. What are we gonna call it? Mountain Man.
The Reckoning.
Or they would take like a movie
Cannibal
and make
Canyon.
a knockoff version of like Jurassic Park, and they would like call it Dinosaur Island.
Yeah.
Prehistoric.
Mesozoic
Prehistoric
mess hall.
theme park.
Matrix. Cyber soldiers. Number 5 on the list. Also had a movie on the top 10 best all time. Indiana Jones, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Man, I disagree. I don't think it was that bad of a movie.
Really?
It's not what I wanted from Indiana Jones, but I don't think it was a bad movie. Well, I guess that does make it a bad sequel, doesn't it?
I mean, it came out, what, like 15, 20 years after the third one? So,
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I can't talk too much shit because I still love the number 1 movie on this list, which is Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
right.
If you just look at it as a comedy, it's a different
Yeah,
movie.
exactly.
Batman and Robin, was that the one with Mr. Freeze? And Poison Ivy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like intentionally campy.
Yeah.
One of y'all actually said number 4, and I said, nah, you're wrong, but yeah, it's on here. Matrix Revolutions.
Okay.
Wait, Revolutions or
I said
Resurrections or whatever the hell it's called?
I think I said Revelations.
Yeah.
Revolutions.
Yeah.
Wasn't Revolution was the second one,
Matrix,
right?
the Bible story.
No, that was Reloaded.
Exactly, yeah.
The third one was Revolution.
Yeah.
So was the third one? Was it
Yeah.
on the top? Of the
Third
list?
one was on the worst sequels.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, if I had not watched that as a kid and I were to watch that now, I probably would have got to the end of that movie and would have just been saying, the fuck is this? So everyone is still in the Matrix. Like, what's going to happen now? Like,
Yeah.
they carry on as usual? Okay, well, the whole 3 movies I just watched were for fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Dude, the first movie is a great film. In a lot of ways, it's perfect, and there shouldn't be any sequels. All the sequels continually make it worse
Yeah,
every
it's
time.
like the sequels were like just an excuse to make another one. And it wasn't really like they ever planned on it or like it was organic
Yeah.
or anything, you know? And then they were like, well, we got to figure out a way to close it out. Okay.
Right. I remember being really impressed by the ghosts in Reloaded.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
Ghost
man.
Twins.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that whole fight with Morpheus.
The part where Morpheus like cuts the side of the SUV with the samurai sword and it just goes flipping into the like, oh man, it was so cool.
Wasn't the ghost the directors of it too?
Yeah,
The twins or whatever?
the sisters.
The sisters, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
They played the part of
No.
the ghosts?
I want to say. Maybe.
those were-
Can we look that up?
Those are male. I thought those were male actors, but
Well, they transitioned, so
Oh, okay.
they were guys during that time.
If they are, that'd be so insane, dude.
I want to say that's what it is, but maybe that's just me hoping in the back of my head that they did
yeah, the
that.
Wachowski sisters.
Are they
Wait,
ghosts?
They both transitioned? That's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
But
no, they
this
both
entire
did.
time, I always thought that only one of them
No,
transitions.
they both.
They both did.
They both.
Man. You think that's the twin DNA in them? That they're just like, you know what, we're both doing it.
Um,
Probably something
I
like
think
that.
it's kind of like Venom, the first Venom trailer, the symbiote.
They have like a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
Well, one of the Wachowskis was like, fuck this guy. He's like, turn him into a chick. I don't know.
Man.
You still looking it up, David? Can you get that answer?
Yeah, I didn't see anything like outstanding that was like, yes, they played the ghosts, so I'm gonna assume no. Oh no. Anthony Brandon.
Nope, I was off then.
Nah.
They're just wishful thinking, I guess.
Is it just one guy?
Did he play both of the guys?
I don't know, because he looks like an Asian man, but I thought the ghosts were like...
Asian
They
man.
did have glasses on, didn't they?
Okay. Well,
Michael Budd played the Zion controller. In case anyone was interested.
hell yeah. Good for him. I like that guy. Number 3 on the list.
It was just a giant orgy.
Bring their armies!
Number 3 on the list. Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
Yeah.
That's the one where.
What a heap of
Nuclear
product.
Man, right?
I'm pretty sure that's the one where he ended up at the end of the movie. He flew around the world in the opposite direction to spin back time.
Yeah.
Doesn't he round up all the nuclear weapons in that one and throw them into the sun?
I'm
And then
not
there's
sure.
a bad, and the bad guy's Nuclear Man, right?
Yeah.
Bleed it.
You guys ready for another one that might piss y'all off?
No.
Well, you guys already know what number 1 is. Can you guess number 2?
Spider-Man 3? I
Nope.
think he already said it.
No, think of something that was beloved, and when this movie came out, everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
Shrek 2.
Nah,
Titanic 2.
yeah, it was Titanic. Yeah.
What's it called? Pacific Rim, the sequel to that?
No. This movie had a beloved trilogy.
Oh, a trilogy, you
Yeah,
say?
there was a beloved trilogy, and then they were like, you know what? Let's expand upon this.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, shit. Yeah, the Hobbit
Hobbit.
stuff.
No.
Fourth Bourne Identity movie.
No. Like I'm saying,
Did they even throw all that?
I'm very sure that all 3 of us, like, unanimously could say that the original trilogy that we watched, we all love them. The original trilogy.
Star Wars?
Oh, the Phantom Menace?
Yep, Phantom Menace is number 2 on the list.
Wow, what?
Damn.
Yeah.
How are they going to sit there and say that the Phantom Menace was worse than, like,
Right.
the last Skywalker, whatever the hell it was called? What was the last one?
The Last Jedi
I didn't
and
watch
Rise of
this list.
Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
I've got a feeling this list was made a while ago, though.
Yeah, I'm starting to remember now. I remember where I got the worst list from. And it was that Top Mojo or whatever it's
Oh, yeah.
called.
You know what, Jackson? I think
Yeah.
you should come back with your list.
Come back with my list.
Yeah.
Get us some real content, not this BS.
all right.
you know
I
what I'm
actually
saying?
thought
Next week, coming back with my list.
Get ready
I'm gonna
for it.
show y'all what's up.
Dude,
Get ready to hear a bunch of movies you don't know what the fuck they are.
so
That's gonna be really, this is gonna be really great.
when I read that, I thought we were supposed to come up with fake.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay, because I thought about like Harry Potter, and it's just their pets though. It's like a sequel to Harry Potter, but it's just their pets.
Oh, dude.
They don't have magic or they can't talk. it's just like you're watching the owl in a cage
Yeah,
for an
just
hour,
a bunch of owls.
or like the cat just in a bed sleeping the whole time. That's what I thought. Like,
I thought you meant like
We can make that too.
hey, write the
very
script.
easy.
Write the script.
all right. Here's the pitch: a cat, and you're watching it, but it's in Hogwarts,
And we get Dwayne Johnson to be the cat's
breathing.
We got an oscillating camera that goes from the bird cage to the cat to the rat cage, back to the cat to the owl.
And halfway through the movie, we'll make everything disappear and then fall down. Including like whatever bird is in the bird cage. Bird.
We'll stretch it out for 8 movies.
No, I thought you meant for us to pick our top 10 favorite and worst hated.
I never
Sequels
make a
and-
good distinguishment of what I'm talking about.
Two sequels stood out to me as like 2 of my favorites, and that's Fury Road, Mad Max Fury Road,
Yeah.
and Kung Fu Panda 2, man. Kung Fu Panda 2.
Wow.
Kung Fu Panda 2.
Kung Fu Panda 2.
I've never seen Kung Fu Panda 1.
That's Jack Black,
Dude,
right?
Kung Fu Panda is one of the best animated films ever made, in my opinion.
It is.
It's
And you
so
like the second one even more.
freaking good. Dude, they're all good, all 3 of them.
Okay.
It's one of those series where it's just like, holy shit.
He gets to meet his family.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
But like,
Or-
I was just gonna say, in the first one, he's the only panda, and you never really wonder why. Nobody ever talks
Yep.
about it. In the second one, it starts out, and the main villain is the one that basically killed them all.
Yeah.
And so, but like, you know, the main character, the panda, doesn't know or whatever. So it's kind of a journey to figure that out, and then he has to overcome that in his mind. Dude, they're some of the best movies ever, and they're so well rooted in like Chinese mythology, and like I could go on about them all day, man.
Word.
Are there any video games?
Yeah, they're horrible though.
Video games not as good. All right.
The Wushu finger hold.
Two of my favorite. I'm just gonna throw two of my favorite sequels that weren't in there. Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That movie is hilarious.
That's my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
of the Toy Stories. I don't care what anyone says.
I watch Toy Story 2 about once a day. I watch Toy Story 1 about once every 2 days, and Toy Story 3 about once every 2 days as well.
Nice.
Toy Story 4 about once a week.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, my youngest son is addicted to Toy Story, and that's like the only thing that gets him to just like calm down.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
It could be Blippy.
Oh God, no. See, I'm the kind of parent. I don't allow annoying stuff in my house. I'm not going to introduce my kid to that stupid dog crap, Paw Patrol, because I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm only going to let my kids watch stuff that I want to watch with them. I'm not going to.
You're gonna shove all this other stuff in front of them first, but like, hey, you check out Teen Titan or something like that, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everybody's like, people are like, oh yeah, my kid's watching this and this, and it sucks. I'm like, that's because you put that in front of them for them to shut up, and then they just got addicted to it. So that's your own fault. But,
Yeah.
and then the other one is Tron Legacy, dude.
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
love it.
I was
Yeah.
addicted to Tron Legacy. I watched it like sometimes once or twice a day for like almost a year. You guys remember that? Like every time you come over, I was watching it.
Yeah.
Man, I was in love with that movie.
That is one of those movies that I feel there's like a select like 10 or 15 movies I watch at least once a year or maybe twice a year. That's one of them. Like that, and like Social Network is on there.
Yeah. I'm so glad that Tron is finally going to be getting like a third movie.
Are they
Sucks that
really?
Sucks that it's a Jared Leto thing, but
Yeah.
They're building a light bike ride at Disney World right now. I was when we were there, they had this whole side of the park closed off, and I was like, "What the hell's going on in there?" And it's like this giant ass dome, but the roller coaster goes inside the dome and then comes outside the dome and goes back in like 3 separate pieces or whatever. And I was like, "What is that?" They're like, "Oh, it's a new Tron
nuts.
ride." I was like, "Holy shit!" I don't know how it'd be a light bike ride if it goes outside, but
Yeah. For me, I'd say favorite sequel. Some of them would be Austin Powers 2, Spy Who Shagged Me. We're all thinking it, you
Do
know.
I make you Randy, baby? Classic.
And then,
Who does Dr. Evil vote for? Who does Dr. Evil vote for?
I just like the whole going into the past and seeing like young number 2 and all that,
yeah.
you know. You get Mini Me, you know.
Yeah.
So many good stuff.
Mini Me.
The introduction of Fat Bastard.
yup.
Right. God, yeah.
That was the one with a lot of vagina too, right? The second one, or was that the
that's
first
the
one?
That's the
one.
first
Okay,
one.
my bad. I'll
Second
stand back.
one is Ivana Hump a Lot.
Oh, I've on a hump a lot,
that's
yeah.
the third one, isn't it? And Pussy Galore's in the second one.
Third one is Dixie Normus.
No, that's the second one, isn't
Yeah,
it?
The third one is Goldmember. Second one is y'all on crack. First one is A Lot of Vagina. Second one, Ivana Hump a Lot. Third one, Dixie Normus. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Okay. Who's the blonde chick in the second one again?
Is the blonde chick?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What was her name? Super hot. I know that.
Yeah.
Was it?
Her name is Dixie Normus in the second movie. We gotta look this up, dude.
Was it-
Bye.
Was it? Britney
You
Spears'
look up
sister?
Ivana Hump a lot. I'll look
No.
up Dixie Normus.
No.
But Pussy Galore was Pussy Galore was American Dad. They did a spoof of the whole,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
007.
Dixie Normus was Gwyneth Paltrow.
The actress's name is Heather Graham.
Yeah.
Foxy
Felicity
Babe,
Shag-
still a Foxy Babe, and she played Felicity Shagwell.
Yeah.
Chagwell.
Great name.
Dixie Normus was definitely
You crack,
2.
hitting, Kyle.
But yeah. Also, Mummy 2 is another great sequel.
yeah.
You know,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd still say Mummy is probably better than Mummy 2, but Mummy 2 still
Yeah,
got a lot
Mummy
of
It's a
It was
fun,
wild,
entertaining
man.
sequel for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third one, not so much.
Yeah.
Plus, Evie dies in the second one for a little bit. That sucked.
Yeah.
Did I say first one? Second one.
Second
You
one.
said second one.
Okay.
Yeah, you said second one.
But you know how I always said that, like, I hated what's her name, Dakota Fanning
Yeah.
when I was younger. I also hated the kid in The
Oh,
Mummy
me too,
Returns
bro.
so much.
I tried to love him. He was.
Tell me more about that.
He told his parents.
You were an
See you
old
guys
soul
later.
when you were
Not my party.
He wanted me to. He tried so hard.
I tried.
No, I like.
Flashing them blues.
I could tell that he like played the character well and like was lovable, dude. I just couldn't do it, man.
there's a whenever I
my
was
God.
a kid, there was a lot of kid actors that I just really did not like. Another one was the Jurassic Park 3 kid. God, I wish
God, I
that
know,
pterodon
dude.
would have dropped him like a 200 feet in the air. That would have made the
Jackson
movie way
didn't like a
better.
lot of kids growing up.
No, not really. I was a morbid child.
I hated it.
Jackson, that kid grew up to be Paul Dano. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Are you talking about the Compies kid? Compies.
Another topic that we had up on here is what cartoon scared you as a kid?
Ooh.
This was actually something that Caleb was wanting to bring up. I wanted to actually expand on this, Caleb. Yeah. Does this mean like children's stuff, like all across, like stuff I saw on Nickelodeon and stuff like that?
Yes. Because what I was envisioning is, a 5 to 10-year-old, you as a child watching something that, maybe scarred you a little bit for life. Like mine was The Brave Little Toaster. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but it's super dark. Starts off, it's dark, it's in a forest, and it's an abandoned house, and there's just a couple of scenes, like a dream sequence where the toaster is getting forks thrown at it. Child gets taken away by a cloud of smoke, and then another one is where like the blanket's like, oh, our master is back, and it's like floating down the stairs, and then all of a sudden a car goes through it and shatters his whole dream, and then later on that same blanket's like getting dragged into a hole where mice are dragging the blanket into it, and he's like, somebody help, they're killing me.
What
Oh, damn.
You guys don't remember that movie? Yeah. Oh yeah, if you can't remember it, it's because it's repressed memories from that
Dude,
movie.
I don't remember it being like that. I remember it just being like a bunch of appliances in a house that could talk and stuff. And
No,
just
man,
happy
it was
and
dark.
silly.
There's another part where Brave Little Toaster's going through like some field or whatever. He comes across a flower, and all that flower wanted was some love. And Brave Little Toaster, what did he do? Fuck off to that flower is what he said. Basically pushing it away, and then whenever he starts walking away, he looks back. The flower dies from sadness.
It does. Like it's like its petals are
God,
falling
dude.
off. And
It
so
literally
like,
dies from sadness.
It's like the baby
and
from old.
loneliness.
there's a point where in the beginning, like this is the beginning.
Didn't have enough attention.
The AC unit he's like already accepted it because he can't walk around like these toasters or the vacuums or the blankets, and he's just gone insane, and he blows up. He just blows up. He dies. He dies right on screen.
Self-destructs.
Yeah, self-destructs. He just dies, and that's it. And then
It comes in, and boom!
it's nuts. Like that's a kids movie. I watched
Dude,
it.
what the hell? So I couldn't think of anything when I first saw this, but I just thought of something while you were talking. Do you guys remember Rescuers from Down Under?
Yes. The
So,
Australian one?
The Australian
Yeah.
guy, the poacher, and didn't he have like what was his pet? Was it an alligator?
No, it was a water monitor.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a big giant
Him and
monitor.
that water monitor freaked me out when I was a kid. Like he was just really like I don't know. I wasn't used to like
Oh, man.
people willingly hurting a child or like
Yeah.
and he like I don't know, man. Like
Nobody hurts little Davey.
he was And also the bear from Fox and the Hound used to freak me out when I was little.
And for me, the one that always used to freak me out was Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, yeah.
I would watch it, but it freaked me out, man. So much of it was so weird.
It made you feel a little gross and weird after you watched it.
Yeah, and there was just like one episode where there was like an evil duck or something, but there was an evil duck that was stalking Courage and like looking at him through the windows and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
And it would give me the heebie-jeebies, man.
Yep.
It said the way its eyes looked and stuff. And
It's unsettling.
The weird eggs it had. It was like
Yeah.
with red, like,
red dots on it.
yeah, it was like
yeah,
Pokemon egg or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Weren't they
about
like
that egg all
alien
the
eggs or
time, bro.
something?
yeah, because he was an alien duck.
Yeah.
That was unsettling. Is that whole entire show?
There was always episodes where like aliens like possessed the Nana, whatever her name is. Muriel, yeah. Or like episodes where like Eustace would be like, he would like descend into like a murderous rampage and be
Yeah.
like trying to, and like Courage is running around Muriel trying to save her, and he's like running after him with an axe and stuff because he got like mind controlled by some aliens or something. Like, and yeah, they lived in the middle of nowhere. So anytime there was like some like approaching the house, it was always really like unsettling, like just the atmosphere and stuff, dude. Ugh.
So I guess it was based off of a real location. I don't know where it's probably Arizona or something, but like that farm was based off a real place because they tried to make it look exactly like it, and it looked exactly like that, just in the middle of nowhere and whatnot. So
Man, as
It's
far
just
as
asking to be abducted by aliens, dude.
oh yeah, absolutely,
yeah,
yeah. Probe me up, yep.
yeah, you might as well have a neon sign that says "Stick it up my ass, aliens."
I'm here by myself.
As far as like cartoons that I watched as a kid, man, I remember almost nothing about this movie other than the fact that I was like terrified of the ending of that movie. But do you guys remember this super shitty cartoon movie called Troll in Central Park?
I think so, yeah.
Oh god, it was not a good movie, but
Yeah.
there was something at the end of that movie that always like terrified the heck out of me. Another thing was Tim Curry's Smoke Smog character from Fern Gully.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot those Tim Curry.
Yeah, that guy was twisted, man.
Yeah, anything he was in had an element of like
Yeah,
weirdness to it, you know.
Probably like the thing that scared me the most as a kid, like wasn't actually a cartoon, but it was a movie made for kids and was put out on Nickelodeon. It was called Crybaby Lane. Premiered on Halloween, I think in '99 or something like that. Between '99 and 2001. I remember being like somewhere in that period. But it aired once, and parents immediately like called into the networks like saying like, what is it that you are putting on Nickelodeon? Like the whole concept of this movie was this dad had a set of twins that one of them was good and one of them was evil, and they were attached at the hip. Eventually, like they both got sick and they both died. But the dad hated the other twin, the evil twin, so much that he was like, I'm splitting them up and I am burying them separately. I'm going to give like a good burial to the good twin, and then I'm going to just throw the bad twin in a fucking ditch somewhere.
this
for the
sounds
most part.
familiar.
But what happened, like somehow the bodies got mixed up or whatever. The bad twin went to the good grave, and like the movie is actually set like maybe 10, like maybe 40, 50 years, that's around 10, 40, 50 years in the future. And like everyone in town is like becoming possessed by the evil twin spirit or whatever. But it was just something crazy to be seeing like as a little kid. Like,
Right.
This was a cartoon?
yeah. And when people got possessed, it wasn't a cartoon. It was live action.
Okay.
It was another thing that made it even more scary because it had like that Tales from the Dark feel, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But anytime someone became possessed, like their eyes would glow yellow. And I remember like that being just like the scariest like fucking thing ever.
Remember Darkness Falls, man.
Ooh,
I
Darkness Falls was
I
a
couldn't
good
sleep
one.
in a room with the lights off for a long time after that movie.
Oh yeah, man. Anytime
creepy.
I had to go through like a dark space, it was like, run to the light real quick.
Dude, I always remember that part where like, I think he's a kid, and he's in his room hiding, and like the lights are on, and the thing is just hovering above his door in the shadow on the other side of the door, just like screeching all night long.
Yeah, when he's
Like,
in the bathroom.
And I always was like, my light's on, but the hallway's dark, and she could just be sitting up there, dude, and I would have no idea.
Yep.
Like,
That's when she gonna get you.
or that one, and then like, I remember Lord of the Rings used to trip me out because remember when they're in the Mines of Moria, and like Frodo's like, there's something following us and stuff, and he's like, it's Gollum, and like Gollum like puts his fingers up on that thing and pokes his head up.
Yep.
Like I used to sleep in I say the basement. That sounds bad. We had like a 2-story house, and the basement was kind of its own living area, but it had this bedroom right at the bottom of the stairs, and the stair light was always on. It was right across from the door, but I always imagined him like putting his fingers around the side of the door frame and like, dude, I don't know why, man. Stuff like that creeps me out.
Nice.
Another cartoon show that I thought was scary was that Real Monsters.
Oh yeah, he had the eyeballs, and
Yeah,
like,
it just
Yeah.
gave me the weirdest feeling.
I never got scared from that show. I was always more.
he had hair.
I for some reason I never really liked that show. I always found that show very annoying.
I like it.
I
I don't
liked
know,
it.
I think it's because back then I didn't really like the animation of that show because I was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck am I looking at?"
Nickelodeon.
I also think I had something against black and white stripes back then. You know what I'm saying? Because one of those characters was black and white stripes, and there was
Yeah.
like a Beetlejuice movie that, like at the time, I love that movie now, but when I was younger, I like refused to watch it because I just hated black and white stripes.
Yeah.
Did a zebra hurt you?
Huh?
Zebra hurt you?
I don't know what it is, man.
You just don't like the pattern, you know?
I hate
ugly.
Contrast.
There's that commercial what's that commercial for the lawyer that we always see from Kansas City. Does a bunch of Chiefs commercials. He does one with Travis Kelce, and he's wearing a black and white striped shirt, and I'm like, dude, take that shirt off, dude.
Right.
Put on a jersey or something, man. Get that shirt's awful.
It also was like a big fashion statement when we were like in middle school, high school too. Like emo chicks wore like black and white striped like arm things, and like
I remember. what
I'm
you're
sure
talking about.
Jake Norris wore a bunch of that shit when he was a freshman too. At some point, he was always very fashionista. You know,
I used to have like a shirt that it wasn't. It was made to look like it, but it was basically it just looked like a bunch of black and white like paint stripes, like spray paint stripes going all the way down the shirt. It wasn't though. It was fake or whatever you want to call it.
yeah, he did wear that shit. Or did you say him or you?
I had that shirt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I remember that was the time that everyone was wearing shirts like that. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, just spray paint it.
Yeah.
Don't put anything nice on it.
Now, what got you back into White Stripes? Was it Seven Nation Army or Blue Orchid?
Probably Seven Nation Army if I gotta think. Nah, it was hardest button to button. Yep.
That's a good song.
It was that music video, man. Seeing a new drum set pop up every single time. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The night I got the nickname Twisted Sister, I was wearing black and white striped gloves, fingerless gloves. Yeah. Good times.
Black and white stripes, man. They're wild. All right. What's your favorite conspiracy theories? Nah, man. Another topic that we had up here was like just conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I mean, I think my favorite conspiracy theory has got to be the whole moon landing. That's got to be my favorite one. I don't know if that's true or not. I am completely torn.
I think my favorite one is the Tupac faking his own death and is alive somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one leaves you with a little sense of hope that Tupac could be alive somewhere.
Right,
I
yeah.
was gonna say that, but with the Michael Jackson thing, like,
Yeah.
I've seen some footage. You know,
Oh, really?
How
Yeah.
old would Tupac be right now? What, 60s?
he's as old as Biggie, right?
He'd be like the same age as Will Smith, probably. I think so. I don't know.
60s?
I'm not sure.
Probably somewhere around there.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I just want to say this again. Fuck Jada Pinkett Smith. Carry on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Poor guy.
Yeah, we've talked about it before on other podcasts, but I just want to bring it up again. I don't like that woman at all.
Yeah. He's
Do that video you sent.
Oh my god, yeah. I've quoted it a few times.
Yeah. I really like the flat Earth conspiracy just because.
You gotta be a next level stupid to believe it.
Well, no. Like because it takes so much convincing for some reason to make these people believe the Earth is round. But there's like a lot of ways that you didn't know that you could prove that.
yeah.
That you learn, like little tricks and stuff that you might do in like science class in middle school or something. You're like, well, that's cool. Like, you know, like who's that space dude? He was kind of the Neil deGrasse Tyson before Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Sagan?
He wrote Pale Blue Dot. Yeah,
Sagan.
Carl Sagan.
Yes.
He does some like really cool tricks to show like that the Earth is round, and he did them in like, you know, the 80s.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's a fun one.
My thing with the flat Earth thing is, okay, one of two things. What's happening with the water? Is it falling off the sides, or is all the water like you filled up a cup?
We're in a big bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, and the water is like bubbling on the top because you put so much water in there. You know,
I don't know.
where's all the water going?
I don't know.
Tell me.
Well, we're on top of a turtle's back, so
Yeah.
the water goes in its mouth.
Oh,
And then it what?
And then he
Recycles
he
it?
pees
Yeah.
upside down, and that's
And inside, upside
well,
down,
it's
and
in
inside.
space, so
that's
Right.
true. Yeah, he could just
he's in orbit.
Yeah.
It's probably a psychic turtle too.
One would have to agree.
Yeah, I also heard this one conspiracy theory that kind of lost its steam a few years ago, but it was like about how this planet was like gonna fly super close to our atmosphere and cause the ice caps to melt or something, and it was gonna cause global warming, which is funny because it came from a bunch of people who don't believe in global warming, but yeah, it was funny because like somebody was talking to me about it, and they're like, yeah, that's why all these soldiers are like retiring in the Midwest, and all these like veterans are moving to the Midwest because they know that it's the only place that's not going to be flooded. You know, because the army knows stuff. You know, they know the secrets, and the government's not going to tell us about this planet because they've got all these secret bunkers and blah 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 blah. And I was like, you know, I was in the army, right? And they're like, yeah, but like they're not going to tell everybody. And I was like, you know, I had a top secret clearance with a SCI caveat, which is like basically the second rung down from the highest you can get, right? And they're like,
That's exactly right.
well, yeah. Why do you think you're here? And I'm like, because I grew up here. I don't know. Yeah, I've heard a lot of crazy ones.
So tell us the secrets, David. Where are the aliens at? You got the high clearance.
The aliens.
The
All the
aliens.
information's been posted on the internet, Jackson.
Yeah.
It's all been
Remember?
posted,
Do your research.
Yeah.
Remember Jackson?
Yeah.
The only thing I used to see was like drone footage of strikes and stuff, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's never fun to watch. It's, just
Yeah.
it's weird looking with all the power.
Yeah. We used to get on like it's called the SIPRnet, and it's basically like Google, but it's the Army's secret Google. I don't know. Like we just like Google shit and watch it. Probably shouldn't have done that, but
Wow.
yeah.
Hey.
I guess man, there's so many good ones out there, like HARP, but I guess my favorite one would be Area 51 and all that, you know, like what's in there, like is it really aliens? Probably not. It's probably, you know, just, you know, another Air Force base that they just do like testing of newer vehicles and whatnot. But, you know, there's been so much stuff around that. It's just created, you know, tons of culture and content, and just like huge group of people just getting together and having fun or not having fun talking about it. So
Almost got raided by a bunch of Naruto fanboys too, man.
Yeah, that would have been so cool.
Yeah, they're all doing the arms behind their back, running like they're about to fall down. Run.
At one point, not too long ago, there was a bunch of Naruto fanboys outside of Area 51, in which they decided to get in towers with big fucking like Gatling guns
Yeah.
pointed at them. It was like, all right, well, if you want to come storm it, come storm it.
Yeah, and they literally, it was like a joke Facebook group where they were like, hey, on this date, we're all going to get a bunch of people and just like Naruto run into Area 51 and storm that
Yeah.
bitch.
They were
And
like,
then,
you can't stop all of us, and they brought Gatling guns to say, I
and
think
then
we can.
the government was like, hey, like, we know this is a joke, but if you do it, we're going to kill you. So just so you know. And then I think, like 50 to 100 people showed up and just like had signs and stuff. Or
Yeah,
something.
I think there was more than 100 people that showed up, but yeah, none of them.
Nobody had the.
No one had the balls.
Yeah.
Or the chakra.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
the joke.
Yeah.
If you just,
Fingers. Sign.
You guys got Gatling guns? Well, I brought my bulletproof vest. Like that
just-
just stop it. But
if they just had a Uchiha with them, you know? Yeah, dude, but you got to imagine that. Like, what if all the stuff that the government has said is just like just drip feed them a little here and there,
Yeah.
and we'll keep all the good shit in Area 51. You know,
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, but like, wasn't the idea of Area 51 being some kind of creepy alien study site was because of that crash in Roswell that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the 60s.
And then they stood up.
60s.
Was Area 51 already there, or did they stand it up after the crash?
they stood it up after the crash.
That's fishy. See what I'm saying? Like, there's something there.
Yeah. Is this insider secrets?
No, I'm just I'm just saying what's obvious here.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a weather balloon.
It's a weather balloon.
they've had there for the past 60, 70 years.
The weather balloon just happens to fly in and out of the atmosphere a few times a month.
It's a really big weather balloon, okay?
Yeah, it's really busy. Any more conspiracies?
Can we start one?
We can.
Okay.
On the afternoon of November 24th, 1971, a nondescript man calling himself Dan Cooper approached the counter of a Northwest Orient Airlines in Portland, Oregon. He used cash to buy a one-way ticket on flight number 305, bound for Seattle, Washington. Thus began one of the great unsolved mysteries in FBI history.
DB Cooper.
DB motherfucking Cooper.
Nice.
I love that guy.
Wasn't
Yeah,
that Burt
dude.
Reynolds?
You mean Loki?
Yeah, Loki. That's one that's always been on my mind since that Without a Paddle movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't they actually end up finding like someone that they thought could have been DB Cooper?
I think they've, over the years, found lots of people they thought could have been DB Cooper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably right.
I like the Nathan Drake one too. Or was it Nathan Drake? The captain that he named himself after was Nathan Drake, right?
Yeah, in the first game.
Yeah. That
Oh, you
story's
talking about in the fourth game, yeah.
that story's actually real of that pirate. He was originally a privateer, and then he went AWOL and he took on the alias Nathan Drake, and then he like supposedly died. But when they went to the place where he was buried, they pulled up an empty coffin, and they never found his treasure.
Oh.
And they think that he still probably was out there pillaging and all this stuff.
This Uncharted?
It's the story that Uncharted is kind of loosely
Okay.
based
Gotcha.
around, or is it inspired by? Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
The main character was like an orphan, and he wasn't named Nathan Drake, but he chose the name Nathan Drake because he was always like a huge fan of that story.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he ended up finding his treasure at some point, I think. I don't know. Where did he go?
Any more conspiracy theories?
I just want to say, before we end it,
Well, okay, before DB Cooper, though, he had a whole bunch of money,
A lot of money.
and he jumped out of a plane with that money, or he just disappeared off the flight, and no one knows where DB Cooper is. And, like, he supposedly had a parachute, and that was it. And no one's been able to find him this whole time. Sorry, we only barely said DB Cooper.
He's probably in Mexico.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he found a spot. He parachuted down. Probably got a car, because cars drive places, and he probably went to Mexico.
Yeah.
And then he's somewhere down there, lived out the rest of his life. With all that money in Mexico, he You know, he probably made it 20 years, then OD'd on probably, I don't know, cocaine or something.
Colombian.
Yeah. And then I like to think he lived a pretty happy life after that.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him, right?
Trying to take down
one
the
side of the
autocracy.
story.
He had 20 kids.
Second side of the story, he broke an ankle on impact and got ate by something.
The cash got burned up in some crazy wildfire.
Without a Paddle was actually a documentary.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Sorry,
Last
David, I cut you off. What were you about to say?
No, I'm just sorry. I was gonna say I'm always a huge fan of mass hysteria and like moral panics that lead nowhere, like the satanic panic, where they thought that people were having like satanic rituals in the woods and eating babies, and then like the there was
Those are his favorite.
no. Like it's always fun, like hearing people freak out about this stuff, and then there never ever being any real evidence. There's never anything. It's like somebody said something at a church sermon or something, and it lit the country on fire.
Y2K.
Or Y2K, or like
Toilet paper.
the
That was
the
real.
toilet
That was real. Yeah.
the what was it, the laundry detergent company in like the 90s. Somebody from a rival company planted a story that the CEO of their rival like detergent company was a Satanist, and it spread all over the country, and it like bankrupted this detergent company because like I think at the time at least 70 or 80% of the country was religious. And they were like, I'm not buying detergent from this Satanist. But it ended up just being the CEO of the other company planted the story, and everyone freaked out.
there's all kinds of crazy corruption stories like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got one more thing here. We could do that, or just go directly into Yo Dudes.
We're finishing it out.
Finish it out. All right. All right. Well. So, let's just throw a hypothetical out there. Let's say Putin gets with the aliens, and he's like, take the coronavirus and up the ante and kill everyone in the United States.
Well, see, I don't know if we should do that because mine has a scenario for why the world is ending.
Okay, well.
Do you guys have a scenario for why the world ended?
I was actually, like, as I was looking at the question being, what do you think post-apocalyptic America is going to look like? Like, I was really having trouble trying to envision something other than anything like I Am Legend. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What's your post-apocalyptic America first? Like, what happened to it?
Well, mine... So, the aliens have come. Okay, there's no deal being struck. They want our water and our resources. So, they purge the earth of all the water. What's left then is like rock and magma. They purge all the magma. So then it's just...
Damn, they take everything, man.
Yeah, dog. So then it's just the mantle and all that crap left. Like, they just suck it all out and they don't, like, crack it in half.
We're looking for all the liquids on your planet. We don't care if it's water or rock. We'll take the liquid rock.
It has a melting point.
Yeah. And... because of that, our Earth splits, but the aliens are gracious enough to put us back on that planet.
On that rock.
Oh, they're
And
nice.
Thanks, man.
We still have the stuff we've already built. We still have all that stuff, but now it's just kind of floating there. You know,
No water, no magma.
exactly. So we have to come together and harvest it from asteroids and stuff like that. We tether the asteroids to parts of the Earth, and then we just, as a big collective group of planets, we just ride the freaking orbit of the galaxy as a collective, riding these comets.
It's like the flotilla from
So
Mass Effect.
we're like space nomads or gypsies or
Yes.
Okay,
And we've
that's
got
cool.
tethers. We've got tethers from the comets stuck to the pieces of Earth because we don't want to let our Earth be left behind. We want pieces of it still.
yeah.
Sounds like a movie.
We're hoarders.
We've got our houses. Our houses are still there.
But if we don't have water, because we're harvesting. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, and maybe there's like a dome system, bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all sounding good until I said our houses are still there.
We had to put like gravel in our front lawns and paint them green so it looks like grass because the grass can't grow anymore.
Yep. Yeah. We become a nomadic civilization.
I think mine's like a marriage between like Mad Max and like This Is the End a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Except like here's the thing is that in industrialized factory farms is what killed us.
Oh.
So we
How woke of you, David?
we delved too deeply and too greedily. You know, like the Mines of Moria, except it was the farmlands.
Nice.
And so it's kind of like it started out as Interstellar, and then it slowly devolved. But because the political landscape in America is so fractured, it became this breeding ground for nomadic, you know, machine gun mounted on truck, you know, raiders and stuff. You know, so now it's very like us versus them, but us is just people trying to live their lives, and them is like, hey man, Walmarts don't exist anymore, and we're not gonna work for our food because we got guns.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So gangs, you're talking about gangs?
Gangs.
yeah, and then like maybe you've got some guy jumping out of an RV with like Channing Tatum on a leash, you know.
It's exactly him. Nobody else but him. Channing Tatum.
He's just humping the guy's leg while you're talking to him.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Are there giant demons walking the landscape?
Nope.
Past?
No demons with big old swinging dongs.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, it was very intimidating.
Well, if you miss Sweeney Don's on his story, get ready for mine.
spirit. No.
Because in my future, the world has now been taken over by sex pleasure robots.
Dang.
Like sex
Stepford
pleasure
wives?
robots like end up like getting, I don't know, like advanced AI or whatever, and they're just like, you know what, we're done sucking dicks. It's time that we run things, and we're just gonna kill off the human race. And because they were programmed as sex robots, everything's dildo shaped in the future. Like every building you walk into, like you feel like you're walking into, I don't know, a butthole or a vagina or something. I don't know. Everything's just sex related because they're sex robots.
That's all they know.
And it's
That's all I know.
yeah, they go back to the old days. They're like, I don't know.
Dicks.
Yeah. I remember when dicks used to shoot something at you after you did it for a while, but I don't know.
Is all the food in the supermarkets like dick shaped?
Yeah, I
all
don't know.
they
My
sell.
post-apocalyptic America is just like, all right, all humans are gone, and now it's just sex robots that can, I don't know, might look like exactly like humans, or may look like really bad robots. I don't know yet. I don't know. I haven't
the
invented the robot
really
yet. I'm
sexy
still working
robot
on it.
people.
But
You know,
I'd figure if they were sex robots, they'll probably look like female humans,
the
not robots.
majority of them, yeah.
yeah.
Probably some dude ones in there somewhere,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of them
they're
because
probably not
let's
gonna
just
look like
say the
robots.
demand wasn't high for them,
right. Yeah.
especially the Asian model. But the black model we sold out.
You gotta watch the movie 43, Jackson.
Is that a skit or something?
The iBabe. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah.
I bet.
Did they also rise up and take over?
No, it's,
Oh,
There was some rising up though.
Hell yeah.
there was some rising up,
Wink.
especially in the middle school, young high school demographic.
Okay.
Some rewinding and some rising again.
wait, you talking about the child sex dolls or something?
No, no.
You said like the middle school
So-
demographic. I was like, are we still talking about sex
No.
robots? Gross! Get out of here.
Apple just makes a life-size naked woman that you can listen to music through, and it's called the iBabe.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I remember saying something like
And you said the black model, and they were like, look, we made it all new black edition, and it's just a big naked black woman you can listen to music through.
All right, I need to watch the movie, so I guess I
Dude,
get the
it's-
context of
oh
what you're
my
talking
God.
about.
Oh, my
I
turn.
like your idea, Jackson. It's very tight, very sexual.
Austin Powers, though.
I gotta make sure I had long dicks and ass eating in it somehow. So
Yeah, that's fair. Mine's not as sexual, but you know, I find it sexy just because it's about railroads. I envision the economy has collapsed, you know, and then like it was a couple of things, you know, the how much the United States dollar is worth plummeted. Because it's not based on any gold or silver or anything like that, and then there was a huge food shortage, so like similar to what's happening right now, but that doesn't matter. It's the railroads though. Like we go back to like the railroad system, like steam engines, and everything just ran on it. That's how you get everywhere because you know like gas is gone because you know there's just you know there's nobody bringing in oil or anything like that. I don't know how the whole gas thing works. I know it comes from a pump, but there's no more pumps or there's no more people pumping at it.
No more people pumpers.
People pumpers. Yeah. There's no people pumpers. So we go back to trains, and it's just a whole civilization based off of trains, and you know, in comes like the steampunk because you know that's our technology now. Is we go from now and then that's how we transition to that steampunk you know style of everything.
There's like train robberies on horseback again. and
Exactly,
stuff.
and
oh, man.
they could be robot sex horses too. If, you know, like, there's room for both of our stories in this.
I would.
the Wild Wild West version of what I was talking about.
I would love to play this video game, the marriage of your two ideas. It's like cyberpunk, but steampunk.
Yeah.
I like
Exactly.
it. I like it
That's
a
pretty
lot.
cool.
Yeah.
I guess for me, I would say it'd probably just turn into something kind of like Tatooine a little bit, kind of you know overall desert planet, but we could still get water through like moisture farms.
Moisture evaporators.
So yeah,
Sipping
people.
blue milk.
Yeah, exactly. So I could see that happening. A lot of people just becoming scavengers, and you know, maybe some lawlessness. Okay. A little touch of that. Would you wear
A little bit of bandits here and there.
Would you wear the white cowboy hat or the black cowboy hat? No cowboy hat. No cowboy hats. Okay.
There'd be people that would like they're not Tusken Raiders, but they dress like Tusken Raiders because they feel like they have to. You know.
But yeah, I could see, you know, just a lot of bad, you know, nature stuff going down for real. You know.
Absolutely.
So hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I feel like the worst part of these devolving civilizations is like when something bad happens. Like if you see something bad happen around here, it's like you want to get up and like say something, right? Like if a woman was being assaulted, you know, on the side on the side of a well, like on the side of a Walmart, right? You're like, dude, hey, back up, you know, and like you get in there and do something. But like in a devolving civilization like that, like people don't care, dude. Like,
No, they don't.
They see you get robbed or beat in an alleyway, and they're like, they just keep looking the other way and keep walking.
That's
Cause
the way the cookie grumbles.
yeah, it is Tatooine.
Let's go to the cantina.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
It's a good one.
That pretty much wraps the episode. Before we head out, though, we got to do, yo, dude, check this out, man. Kyle, would you like to start us off?
Yeah.
Yo, dude, check this out. Harry Carey here. Bro, check this out, man. Hi.
Okay, so I learned this today. I've always been kind of
Hold on.
oh. Yo, dude, check this out. Thanks, David.
Yeah, got you.
So have you guys ever heard of the Concorde jet?
The Concorde jet?
Mm-mm.
That sounds familiar.
I know the grape.
I know the town.
All right. The Concorde jet essentially was a super, super fast jet.
The hypersonic one?
Yes.
Okay.
It went supersonic. And it failed for a variety of reasons. like high ticket prices, high fuel consumption, increasingly high maintenance costs, and it also created a hardcore sonic boom that was really loud.
Yeah,
Do you guys remember hearing about any of this?
a little bit.
Yeah.
This kind of hits me.
Well,
yeah.
It was a passenger jet?
yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it failed for all those reasons, and there was a really big high profile crash in 2000 that was like, oh, okay, let's put the brakes on this kind of jet. But I learned today that due to the intense heat of flying at 1,350 miles per hour, the Concorde's fuselage would expand by up to 12 inches.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
So-
nuts.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
So to get my dick 12 inches bigger, I gotta go 13,500 miles an hour.
yes.
Just your dick, not your whole body.
I don't know if I have it in me, man. I'll give it the old college try.
Mine's already 12 inches, man. I don't know what to do with the other 12.
Go for 14, dude. That's all you can do. It was painted white to help dissipate the heat.
Yeah.
And I also learned at the same time as doing some research into these things that the SR-70, I think it's called the SR-71, or it's called the SR-71 Blackhawk, or the Blackbird. God, what am I saying here? The SR-71 Blackbird was painted black for the same reasons, to dissipate the heat and stuff like that.
Weird.
Yeah, because black absorbs heat, and it was specifically designed to absorb the internal heat from the plane and disperse the heat throughout the plane and stuff like that, and radiate it outwards from the plane.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. They also did that to lower its heat signature on radar.
Yeah.
Dang.
But those planes are wicked fast, dude.
Wicked.
Faster than a bullet. You know, that's ridiculous how fast those planes go.
I've always wanted to hear a sonic boom, but like, also I don't want to because I value my my ability to hear things.
Thunder is a bunch of like microscopic sonic booms. Did you know that?
No, but that makes
Like
sense though.
when
Because,
lightning tears through the air, like every molecule that it goes across expands so fast it emits a sonic boom.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I learned that in meteorology class.
You guys have seen the eggs that form whenever the sonic boom happens, right? So like if you see a picture that's taken when the sonic boom happens, there's like an egg that forms at the back of it.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's an alien egg.
It's an alien egg.
So David, do you think if your head was in that egg, would it explode when it went boom?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Get excited.
Good art, dude. This is about Gatorade get hype moment.
Yo, dude, check this out. Science confirms that it's impossible to achieve a perfect Oreo separation. So what they're defining a perfect separation would be like 50-50 on each side when you separate it.
Oh.
So they used all these kind of like science instruments to make it to where there's no human error.
Like lasers.
I don't think that they allowed
Like
lasers
lasers.
because they're trying to make it to where like if a human could possibly do it if they
Okay.
did it perfect,
Because lasers would burn it off.
Yeah, laser would do it first try. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
So, they used all this equipment, and they're like, yeah, it's physically impossible to get a perfect separation. It's mainly because of the cream, the creme.
The creme.
So,
How many? Did it say how many tries they did? Like, did they try it 5,000 times or 10,000?
Did they eat the Oreos?
dude, if they didn't eat the Oreos, I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Well, they at least
I don't
donated
think it
them,
says how many attempts.
They tried it like twice and it was like, no.
Yeah, they went through two
It's not
bags.
working.
Did they try more than just the regular Oreo, like the double stuff? Because I feel like you would have better luck on the double stuff.
Right,
Right,
yeah, it didn't specify.
That's
Can't
fair.
sacrifice
How did
any more
they-
Oreos to this cause.
That's fair. They probably didn't eat a single one. Those bastards. I don't.
Do you think Oreos donated them to them, or do you think they just went to Walmart and bought like everyone they had? You know?
I bet Oreo was part of it.
Yeah.
Did they try it with like the great value twists?
Yeah.
Cream cookies did they have? We need Mythbusters on this.
Right.
They ain't bring that show back. It was a good show.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, check this out. I've been listening to this podcast lately called Darknet Diaries, and it's just like crazy stuff that this guy finds in the dark web. But he did a special segment last week on hacking into video games, making like cheats for Modern Warfare and like or Warzone and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
He found out a bunch of stuff, for instance, like to get like a modern aimbot hack for like Warzone costs like $40 a week. And there's companies that develop these hacks that bring in upwards of $800,000 a month.
Good God.
Damn, boy.
Selling hacks to like, people out there, and they said that they said that because of this, video game companies like BattleEye was developed to fight this problem, obviously, but there's also companies that have like 25 to 30 man teams that are dedicated to buying hacks from these people under aliases, because if you want to buy a hack, you have to submit 3 forms of ID to this company, so that they don't have like, they know that there's not like a developer or like an FBI agent or some government organization trying to buy the hack. But there's people that work for these companies that will buy the hack and try to like take it apart. And so they've like found out ways to protect themselves. And like apparently this one company said that they have 15 professional gamers that go and play competitions and stuff that they support month to month. And they're like, obviously we're not going to tell you who they are, but there's like actual professional performing like Overwatch players and Warzone players and Fortnite players that are like people that legit win money. And their only deal is that if you win, you give us like a 30% cut because our hack made you win.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
That's some shady stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty awesome, though.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you think, like, why doesn't the game company... Well, I guess it really goes against all of their virtues or whatever, but it's like, why don't they just fill that void? Like, you say, like, dude, we're losing money because these guys are, like, making the game... Nah, never mind. I'm talking myself into a hole. Damn it. I literally had my Yo Dude check this out in my head like 30 seconds ago, and it just flew out.
It's all right. Yo, check me out.
Yo, dude, check this out. I'm lowering the bar for yo, dude, check this out. So, doing my, I was researching railroads. And, you can buy your own personal like rail cart, and you can. I think it's like $10,000 a year that you can store it somewhere, but it's $85,000. You get your personalized like rail cart. There's only 80 people in America that have one of these. And you can attach it to one of the Union Pacific railroads, and it's a rail cart that you can personalize and make it your own, and that's how you can travel.
What the hell, man?
Wow.
Yeah, $80,000. It's like $75,000 to $85,000, but it's yours, and you can store it somewhere for $10,000 a year. And it's just your train cart that you're like, hey, hook me up, and you can go wherever, have a party on it.
Oh my
whatever.
God,
But
dude.
yeah, it's 80 people in America have bought into that.
So if you pay the $85,000, can you just link up to the UP Railroad like whenever you want, or do you have to pay for that too? 'Cause that seems kind of
you're paying for the storage and the whole experience for that $10,000 a year. So I mean, like as long as they have one that's willing to take you, I think you just hook it up and do whatever.
that's mad worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you're rich, it's not worth it for me.
But then you still got the interior decoration. How much is that going to cost
dude.
you? Like custom
Insulation.
Yeah,
If you've got enough money to buy a rail car, you got enough money for whatever the heck you
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But $10,000 a year, that's that's not too bad for rent. You can just live in it and move your house with it, and
Put a little 5G AP antenna on top, and
Yeah.
Xbox Live or whatever on
exactly.
there.
Get the Tesla internet. You don't have to worry about any of that
Until it
stuff.
derails and you die.
Yeah, probably right next to DB Cooper.
All right, bro. I just remembered my Yo Dude. Okay. This is going to be cool for David, too.
Cool.
Since The Witch is like one of your favorite horror movies of all
yeah.
time. Whenever The Witch was being made, the director of that movie wanted to have a instrument that could make any kind of horror movie sound possible. So he had somebody custom built him an instrument called the apprehension machine. And I looked this thing up, dude, and it literally makes every single creepy noise that you could possibly think of that you hear in like a classic horror movie. I highly recommend checking it out because like you can create so many different noises with it. And this guy says that since he's made that, he keeps trying to make more of them. But every time he like makes an order of them, they sell out immediately.
Yeah, the apprehension engine, man. That's super
Apprehension
cool.
engine. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, when he showed me, I was really impressed by it.
Yeah, man.
Pretty cool.
What are some of the sounds that come from it?
All the screeching, all the eerie.
Like the pinchy violins and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, there's that effect on there. Like he's got like one of those things is like it's like a little wheel that just constantly
Yeah.
turns, but it goes against a bowstring, so it just constantly creates that.
Oh,
Like-
yeah, I know what sound you're
So
talking
he
about.
used that for all of the sounds and like eerie atmospheric stuff
Yep.
in that movie. That's so cool, dude.
I really like. I saw that the guy who made it said like you could purchase the plans for it, so you can build one yourself if you have the aptitude to do it. But I think that would be like a cool project to try. But yeah, I would really love to have one of those. I feel like if I had one of those, that would give me a little bit more of a motivation to try to like make a horror movie or something.
I got the sounds.
Yeah.
Hey man, if you got something to create a really strong soundtrack, then I mean, soundtrack is half of the shit in the horror movie. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
you can make a really mundane, boring movie, but if you add a very eerie soundtrack to it, you can make some art house,
Yeah.
Kino, whatever you want to call it.
And after you look at that video, look up the marble machine.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Is that the one where the guy's standing in like a white room and the things?
Yeah,
dude,
he just keeps.
Yeah.
that
turning
thing
his
is
dial.
awesome, and he like randomly flips levers and it makes different. Yeah.
Very cool.
Marble
okay,
machine
okay.
is
Yeah,
sick.
there's like a little, yeah, okay.
He's still working on it. He posts videos like once a month or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that video, like the one in the white room, that's gonna be like the best video of that marble machine. But
Yeah, that's like the first thing that pops up. So just watch that.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
all right, well, guys, I think that wraps it up. Thank you for listening to Crashing with Friends. I've been your host, Jackson. I was made being the host this week. And yeah, thanks for signing in and listening to us. You guys have a good one.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you. Come again.
God.
say anything. And leave
I'm an awkward host, bro.
Crashing with Friends.
Podcast.